What's good, YouTube? The one and only M&A16 here with Bruce Menard again.
Yes, sir.
We are the fan club. We are the president of the Bruce Menard fan club. And what did you do yesterday? We're going to speak about yesterday for a second. Then we got something else to talk about.
I finally broke my 5th place curse, but then I got 7th place. So it's like it's not a good way to break it. But you know, it happens.
But you still got
got the mat.
Dark Arm Dragon or
No, Dark Hole
Dragon.
Dragon.
Dark Hole
This
Dragon.
thing looks sick as hell.
I want one.
This thing is like, oh, this thing is
so
nice.
In the theme of getting 7th place in Dark Hole Dragon. Sorry, everyone. You also got the Red Eyes Black Dragon Action first place invite tournament thing. They have a ranking system here at Action Sports where when you participate, you earn points. It's their own thing. So if you're in the Kansas City metro area,
Come play.
They play Saturdays at start time is 10:30. Sunday is
12:30.
Yes, sir.
Yep. And if you get in, then you automatically get like 10 packs of OTS. So it's like
So he played the same deck, didn't change anything. And he got 7th in Iowa, Des Moines, Iowa. That's
first place today.
Yep. So let's get into it. What did we play? We playing Runic.
The Weewoos, yes, we have changed. The Runic deck just wasn't good enough anymore, so I had to change over to something more like resilient.
You just want to fight fires, got you?
I mean, I guess. So triple airlifter, clearly. I ran double hydrant. This is kind of like a source of debate for rescue base players. You only need 2. This card does nothing by itself. You really don't want to see this card. Drawing it and summoning it is like okay sometimes, but it's still the worst thing to draw by itself. I ran double impulse. This is a mistake. This was supposed to be 1 impulse, 1 instant fusion, but I messed up with my deck list and I put 2 impulse instead and thought my cards were the right amount of cards. But I played it anyways. It was fine. I just am not running Fire Engine or Fire Attacker. So I didn't want to run 2, but I mean an extra name is an extra name. It's also really good into Pearly, and it's really good into boards like against Vanadium. I normal summon this with the field spell on the field, so it's like an extra normal, and you just like bait out their like Disbater because it's the highest attack monster on the field, and they can't activate its effects. And then if they do chain it, then you can like activate Impulse and like they like plays for a couple of interactions. Double Turbulence, you only need 2. Some people are running 1. They're ridiculous. Double Preventer. This is literally custom card for the archetype. This card's ridiculous. It is the most broken card in the entire deck.
Well, it's Preventer.
Yes.
Preventing other people from winning.
Essentially, this card is ridiculous. It does way too much. Those are all the monsters. Then Triple Emergency. This card's also just custom. This card's way too good. And then the spells, same ratio as everyone else. Rescue, Alert, the 1 HQ, 1 Contain, and 1 Extinguish. You don't want to draw these. You want to set these. Yep.
And let's get into the next engine. So that was all for the rescue base engine.
Yep. We have Diabel. 2 Diabel.
How you like to?
So I'll get into like my reasoning here. Triple Wanted, and then 1 of the normal spell.
Okay.
So the reason I run it like this is because all 6 of these are 1-card starters. And I'm running the Ricardetto engine with the Ricardetto and the Durandal. So having six 1-card starters, additionally with the triple airlifter, and then with like Rhoda and like Pot Prosperity, your consistency goes up so high. So you really just want to like see it. And so having as many of these as possible is great. A lot of times if I open Fire Attacker, or Airlifter, excuse me, I'll normal summon it first and not do anything with this stuff, just because I know I can play through everything if I open this stuff. So it's just like, all these cards are 1-card starters, and so it's nice, except for these. These you don't want to draw. If you draw these, you cry. Yeah, these cards are not good to draw. Individually, they're not bad, though. For Ricardetto, you can banish it from hand or from grave to special summon an Airlifter from hand, or Impulse from hand. It gets treated as a tuner, that doesn't really matter, but it's still an extender. And then Durandal, by itself, just searches you Airlifter, so it's still not bad. And if you've already gone full combo and you open Durandal, you can activate it to search Impulse.
Okay. So
you still have like an interaction with it. Easily the most broken card in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now, Pot Prosperity. Thank you. Triple Pot Prosperity. This card extends your hand by 6 cards. Why wouldn't you run this card? This card is ridiculous. It's absolutely too good.
Exactly. I'm gonna need you to get that matching though, Bruce.
Don't get me started. Then the 1 Rhoda. Just another card player Airlifter.
Yep.
So this is the instant fusion. I played it today at the OTS. I never drew it, so it's essentially like I didn't play it. just like yesterday. Just didn't see it. Card's really good into Rescue Ace. For the non-engine, we ran triple droll. I debated really heavily on this actually because this was nibs, and I changed to droll because this deck really only loses going second into FTK or like massively large boards like Vanadium. So I put in like the best card into that deck, which was droll, because I think it's just a better card all around. Also in Rescue Ace, if you open with the Diabell Star package, you lose to droll. If you don't already open Emergency. So this card can just like end a Rescue Ace player's turn, and is good into random rogue as well.
Okay.
Triple Ash. It's the lowest impact hand trap that I think every deck should be running. It's really, really good into Rescue Ace. You just Ash their Emergency every single time. They just usually scoop. And then Super Poly. Easily the MVP of the weekend. This card is ridiculous. This card should be banned. This card should be at 1 again. This card is ridiculous. This card is just so good. Easily the best card in my deck. Easily the card that won me the most amount of matches yesterday.
Ban it. Ban it with fire.
Yeah. I'll talk about some of the Super Poly targets because they're important. And then finally 2 Imperm. This might look weird instead of running 3, but I was already at 43 in the deck, and I didn't want to go any higher than that. So I was like trying to dilute my draws so I didn't have to draw Contain and Rescue. But with my side deck pattern, this was nice because I have 2 cards that I always side in going first over this card. So yeah.
Right. You want to get into side or extra first?
I'll do extra.
Okay.
For the extra, so for the Ricardo engine, you have to run 2 SPs.
200.
Yes, sir. If you are like, I'm broke and I need something else, you could run Ferocious Flame Swordsman here or the Codebreaker Knight thing, the 2300 attack link 2 that people are running to attack.
We're not getting to that. I mean, y'all need SP. This was the deck list.
Yeah, this card's crazy. I sold. You need this, and then also Baron. Yep.
Yeah.
And then for the utility links, we have Anima, Link Rebo. This was a Celine, but I decided against it, and it came up a lot. People just don't respect Anima.
They don't. I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I'll put it in that damn spot, and I'll be like crying a river.
I stole like
afterwards.
5 cards yesterday. It was ridiculous. Dark and Hida. These are the most commonly like. Dark and Fire is just the most common things right now, so you just want to have those. Against my lab opponent yesterday, I summoned back their lady, and when I activated Contain, I said Effect and then set Extinguish. It was very funny. And then Unicorn, Access Code. Again, I wasn't running Celine. I felt like every time I was making Celine, I was either winning the game on the spot and didn't need the extra body, and it was kind of like a win more card. So I just like wanted to play the Unicorn. Plus, Unicorn is like, as you're like starting to climb, you have like Anima into like Dark or something else. So you Anima into this, so you take a card, you go into this, you make a Unicorn, you get rid of another card, and then you go into Access Code and you get rid of another card. So you start like clearing out your opponent's board really, really quickly. For the Abyss Dweller, you run the Proxy F and Dweller. I never had to do this. Yeah. The one time I did make Dweller yesterday, it was because I opened Instant Fusion. So, yeah. And then for the fusions, Mud Dragon, Guilty Gearfried, and Garura. If you didn't see the list that topped the YCS Indie, this card was ridiculous. This card has too many effects that are good. It takes 2 warrior monsters, and so you literally take someone's SP and their Baron, which is what Vanadium ends on. It's what Rescue Ace ends on. You just take both of those, you summon this thing. It can attack twice, and if your opponent targets it with anything, this whole entire format is people targeting cards with cards effect. You get to negate it, and then you get to pop a card in the field, and then it gains 800 attack. So then it becomes like a 3,500 double attacker, which is 7k. Literally the most broken card I have ever read.
Jesus.
And then Garura Mud Dragon you need to run. Mud Dragon is literally the best card in the format right now, by the way. If you can make a Mud Dragon, it beats everything. Everything targets, SP targets, every single card in Rescue Ace targets. This card, like, you need to, if you can make this, make it.
I've been there, yeah.
Finally for the side, we have Triple Nib, Triple DD Crow. These are the only hand traps I wanted to play. This is for, like, Tier, Vanadium, just having some form of interruption. Covered a wide range of stuff. Triple Spellbound. This is something I was theorying before the event. I cited it in once, saw it once, and it was okay.
Sir, that is not Spellbound. That is...
yeah, I can't say that either. Don't worry about that part.
I'm kidding. That's beautiful.
Yeah. But the thought process is, like, it's good into, like, Pearly. I didn't play any Pearly, really. Like, I played one person playing Pearly, but, like,
No, that
ripped.
ends turn. That card ends turn. Like,
Yeah.
like, all jokes aside, this card ends turns.
This card can end turns, so you have to kind of run it.
That's why I got 6 playsets.
Yeah. And then you have Lightning Storm and Duster. I played Lightning Storm over evenly because I like my battle phase, but additionally, with Lightning Storm, I wanted these to be Cosmics originally for the Pearly matchup because Pearly's like really hard for this deck, but I realized that when I'm going first, my side patterns don't allow me to run Cosmics. Like, it's just like I can't get rid of that many cards, and so I was always going second with Spell Trap removal. So I was like, I'll just play Lightning Storms.
Makes sense.
This card was crazy. Just the amount of times I Lightning Stormed and killed was ridiculous. There are 2 talents, so this looks weird, but the 2 imperms that I was main decking, this is what I would side out going first every single time, because you really don't want to set more cards in Rescue Ace after you've like set up.
Talents are talents.
And talents are talents. So like people usually like to side in like evenly used rolls or whatever into you. So I always side out my imperms for talents, so that way I can like take advantage of the fact that they're probably going to play into it.
Yeah, and that way you can get that evenly match out the hand.
Yes.
Oh, you sack.
And then finally one Gaga Cowboy. This attack, did gain 1,000 attack and did lower my opponent's monster by 500 attack yesterday, and it did win me a game.
That's exactly what we use Cowboy for. We don't use it for any other reason.
I did use its defense effect once.
You must not be proud of that.
No, but I unironically attacked over something with Gaga Cowboy yesterday. It was very funny.
I believe it. All right, so any shout-outs, Bruce?
Shoutouts Action. This is the best locals in KC. I love this place. I love all the people here. Shouts to Derek Kirkpatrick. I did not have a Guilty Gear Feed before the event, and he thankfully had one. And he let me come to his home really late at night to pick it up. Shouts to Alan Shin, who drove me there. He was just a solid rock the whole entire day. He almost actually won the event, but one game away. But yeah,
it happens.
And then, of course, shout to Ant-Man behind the camera.
I appreciate it, sir. I appreciate it. All right, guys. So stay tuned. What's the next event for you?
I'm going to see if I can get to YCS for Richmond this weekend, but I don't think I'm going to make it. So the one after that is going to be Omaha.
Okay. Well, remember, that's on a Sunday. So
Yep.
you have a great we'll have another deck profile from Omaha Regional, hopefully.
Hopefully.
And stay tuned for probably a player interview at some point.
Some point. Yes.
Yeah, we got to find time. All right, guys. I'm the one only name with 6. There's always going to make. Subscribe to Meh from Pig and Meh. And
Kid Nation Gaming.
that got you. Locals. Hi, Panda. We got a deck profile coming from him at some point, too.
Anime Fan Club.